this whole piece of hair isn't even... Okay, let's fix this. Let's fix this. Anybody who joins right now is going to be like, why is Megan's phone at the ceiling? It's a wonderful question. All right, you look halfway decent. We'll just ignore what's happening in the back because we can't see it. That's post-swimming hair. I swam yesterday, and I just kind of rinsed water through it afterwards and brushed it, but I didn't like condition it or anything, so my hair is in a little bit of rough shape. I'm gonna set my phone down here just for a minute because I'm opening my Pepsi because we are trying sour stuff, so I'm gonna cleanse my palate before everybody gets in here. The little Pepsis are where it's at, y'all. Okay. Whew. I am comfy, and I am here. Now we just wait for everybody. Here y'all are. Y'all are flooding in. Hi, y'all. It took me a while to get here. After Ellie's live, I did so much stuff. We cleaned our bathroom. We did like a quick clean with, we used some bleach wipes to wipe down the counters and stuff. I don't know, I just felt in a productive cleaning mood real quick and I was like, let's just tackle something small. So that happened. And that got me really hot. I showered. Now I'm here and I'm in my comfy clothes. I've got my Pepsi. And I've got my candy. I've got two things I've already tried that y'all haven't seen me try, and I've got two things I haven't tried. So I'm excited. So I'm going to give it a minute. I don't know where Ellie went. I think he's outside. We, just for some extra precaution, we have some locks that we're putting on our gates, for at night. And then when we get up in the morning, we unlock them. And so I think he's going and trying them out right now. Tulip. No, ma'am. So I'm going to give some people more time to join. Tulip, that is my WWE belt, honey. Leave that alone. Pardon me. So I just got all my stuff, and I'll kind of show you what I've got. So I've tried these. These, I'll explain the story behind them, but these are sour. And I like that flavor, so I got this flavor. I've got these candies. They melted, so I also had to let them sit in the fridge for a little bit. And then this is the infamous sour candy that is supposed to break me. And yeah. Oh, y'all, let me tell you, my showers, I shower so many times a day because we get so hot and sweaty outside. So like this shower was just like a, ooh, the new Warhead sodas from Walmart. Interesting. Warheads haven't broke me. I can do some Warheads and toxic waste. They're hard, but I can do them. You come say hi, Tulip. So if you were watching Ellie's live, at the end of it, our pig, Mr. Piggles, he realized that he can climb up the stairs to our house now. And he is not happy, and I hear him outside and climbing the steps. Hi, Cup. But how are y'all tonight? I want to wait for Ellie to come say hi, or I kind of want him to try it too, but he's definitely not going to. He saw this, and I looked at him, I said, look at all that sour mixture in there, and he goes, that looks disgusting. And I was like, okay. I doubt y'all can hear the pig, but oh yeah, he's right by the door. I can't help him right now. It was cute watching him realize he could climb up. Yeah, oh, I hear Ellie outside with him. He's probably videoing him. This pig is super cute. Kayla and Judy did amazing with this pig. Well, we have to give them full 100% credit. Have you seen the new Mountain Dew Hard? Looks like it would be good, except I don't drink alcohol. Oh, Mountain Dew Hard, like alcoholic drink. I used to love Mountain Dew. Now it's too much for me. I don't even like Sprite really, so if you can imagine that, a Mountain Dew would be pretty hard for me. I don't know though. I do like a Mike's Hard Lemonade. Now, I don't drink, y'all. I don't really ever drink. If I am going to drink something, it's going to have vodka in it. I know y'all are probably like, what? And drinks. I feel like after I've been on YouTube for a year now, I feel like I'm more comfortable talking a little bit more of maybe not the prim and proper. I've also come out a lot of my shell in a year. I've tried new things. So, yeah, so I don't drink a lot. There is one restaurant that I will always get a martini at, and that's my choice drink is a martini. And I know what you're thinking, like that's gonna put you on your butt. And for somebody with a low tolerance, yeah, it absolutely does. If you've ever gone to BJ's, I don't know if they have them all across the world, but it's like BJ's Brewery House or something. They have a martini that is, it's called the Pink Cadillac. It's a pink drink. It's got watermelon pucker in it and vodka and some other like schnapps, I think. Oh my gosh. So good. I don't know if it has schnapps in it. There's no way it has schnapps in it. It is so good. It tastes like, you can't even taste the alcohol in it, and that's why it's dangerous. Because it's so good. Normally I will only have 2, and I'll do the first one with appetizers and then maybe the second one with my meal. But that's really all I can take before I'm, you know, starting to struggle. So I know my limits. I also, what else do I like? I have had, is it called a lemon drop? I had one at dinner on Mother's Day, I think. Is it a lemon drop? It's just like, it's vodka. That's in lemon. So, you know, not bad. And I like a Mike's Hard. And that's really it. But even those are like, you can taste the alcohol, so there's really no point. I've kind of got the philosophy of, if I can taste the alcohol and it's enough to make me like, ugh, like this just isn't great, there's no point in drinking it, because I don't like the feeling of being drunk, you know? So kind of not my thing. But I will tell you, the Pink Cadillac drink that I've had, that one, like hands down, really good. Can't taste the alcohol. And that one, I wish it didn't have alcohol in it, because if it didn't and they could make it like a virgin drink, I would just drink that for like enjoyment during dinner without the alcohol in it. It's that good. But yeah, that's about as into drinking as I get. Or there's been times when we've gone to Mexico and I've got like a vodka Sprite while I'm in the pool. But that, I mean, that's really it. Oh, and there is a margarita at Gringo's that I used to like, but it was on their summer menu last year. I don't know. I don't love, the drink has to be really good, because I do not like the feeling of being drunk. I understand like it can get you to let loose, but I just feel like my tolerance is so low with it, and so I lose it very quickly, and so I have to be really, really mindful. And I don't like to lose my composure in front of people. I really don't. If there's anybody there's very few people I could lose my composure in front of. Like even when I'm really tired, I don't even like when I'm like delusional tired, you know, I try to kind of hide away. And so like, I can be myself in front of my family and Ellie, and that's really the only people I try to be like that in front of. And that's really the full extent of it. Got Miss Tulip here. She decided to come inside. Well, I ushered her inside. I'm not even gonna lie, because y'all probably saw it on the live. I'm gonna tell Ellie that she bum rushed in, but I love Miss Tulip. She's such a cuddle bug. I love her so much. What I will tell you I'm addicted to, though, and absolutely love. You can get them at the store. I love Starbucks, okay? But Starbucks is expensive, and Starbucks has their pink drink refresher, and it's so good. It's strawberry acai, and it's Do Not Bite Me. Love it. And they now sell them at the store in little bottles, and so I get like 2 or 3 of those a week, and I put it over ice, and it is just the best drink. Hands down, that or Snapple fruit punches. Those are good too. I'm addicted to drinks like that. Sunny D. It makes me not want to drink water. But I do get my water intake, don't worry. Most of it's probably hose water, but you know, that's what it is. Look at this cat. She's just like, oh! No, 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 no. Oh, 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 oh. Aren't you just precious? But you need a claw trimming. You need a claw trimming. You were so mean today. Man, I really would love it if my fiance would come inside because I want him to see the reactions too. He likes to watch me try new things. And I kind of want to get him to try it. Lemon or lime juice to my I actually don't like that. I feel like I don't like inclusions in my water because if I'm going to have flavored water, I need the flavor to be like there. So I either have to have absolutely the most flavor or none at all. Oh, I see him. He got this new Spotlight. It's called a Spotlight gun. He went to Tractor Supply on his own today, y'all. And you know, when the men go to the Tractor Supply on their own, they come back with interesting things. Now that we've been doing this a year, when Ellie comes back on his own, he doesn't bring back nearly as much wild things as he used to. He used to go to the store and he'd go, man, that looks good. That could be helpful one day. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but that could be helpful to have around. And I'm like, but what are we going to do with this? And now he realizes, oh man, the more stuff I buy, the more we have to organize and clean. And yeah, I have a lot of stuff myself. And so we're trying to declutter and all of that and donate some of our stuff. So now he really only brings home practical stuff. And this Spotlight gun, I'm looking all the way out my front door. I'm by the side door, if y'all kind of know the layout of our house. And I can see him out the front door waving the little gun. I will tell you that, cut! Nope, nope, not yours. Not your Amazon package. You can go hide in the sink if that's what you're gonna, that is not your Amazon package. I do not want to have to get up and come and move that package. You should just know not to get in it. He gets yelled at for that so often. Women come back with baby chicks. That's definitely me. Okay, I'll tell you what. I don't go to the store and I don't come back with chicks. Because I'm really picky about my birds, but I late night shop. And like my late night shop last night was, if y'all know, I have a Funko Pop collection. I bought some cute little stands for my Funko Pops. I bought some more candy to show y'all because I ate my other bag and I really wanted to show y'all this candy, so I bought some of that. And then I brought like 6 sports bras. And that was my late night shop last night. And so sometimes packages just come and I'm like, huh, what did I do? And so chickens definitely happen like that. I'll buy and then I have to schedule when to go pick them up. And I'll be like a week before, I'm going to be like, oh, hey, I bought chickens. And he's like, oh, when did you do that? Oh, I was upset that night. And so, I just online shopped like 3 weeks ago, Or I come back with snacks. I'm a big snacker, y'all. I'll go to the grocery. If I go to the grocery store alone, which I don't normally because my extent of going to the grocery store alone would be the gas station or the Family Dollar, not Walmart. Too much for me. But if I do go somewhere alone, normally I come back with ice cream and, all that kind of stuff. If I lived on a farm, I'd take on so many animals, I wouldn't be able to take care of them all. I want to save all the animals. I completely agree. And so let me highlight that a little bit. So sorry, that was Noodle. On the cat wheel. So when we first started, I was kind of in the same way. I've always loved animals. I didn't realize that my real passion in life was going to be animals. He'll stop at some point. I didn't realize that teaching was not going to be it and it was going to be animals, and I had to learn that the hard way, and that's totally okay. It's made me stronger. It's made me extremely grateful for who I am and what I'm doing. Okay. And so I have learned when you end up taking care of all of these animals, you start to, even though, like, I definitely am the same, like, I want to rescue all the animals, you know, I'm the exact same way. I want to buy all the chicks from Tractor Supply. And the scary thing about being an adult and having money is that you definitely can, you know, but you also have to think about, I also have to pay the bills to feed these animals, but that's not even it. Once you get animals and you start to have to care for them and you learn the ins and outs about them and you give so much to them every day, I feel like you take on this new mindset of going, what would happen if I brought in another animal? What would it do to this animal? Because that is something you really have to think about. And I feel like once you get into animals and you do start to give your life to them, you sit and you go, okay, well, this rooster needs help, or, oh, this donkey needs help, or this horse. But then you go, well, I have an emu. I have a dog, that I have alpacas that have a really hard time with new animals. Not saying that's our situation necessarily, but just an example. Like, is it going to be okay to bring in this new animal? Like our pig, okay? Very happy, very blessed that everything is gone with our pig. But every time we bring a new animal in, we have to evaluate, is this going to be okay? And I feel like I always thought the same thing as you did, is, oh, I'm gonna have a problem, I'm gonna bring in all the animals. But I've learned, even with my chickens, I do bring in quite a bit of chickens, but I'm trying to get my chickens ratio right, 1 rooster to 10 hens. So that's why it seems like I've always got chickens, but I'm just trying to do what's best for them. And that's something that naturally ends up happening when you've got so many. Not even that, if you've got like 1 or 2, you still want to do what's best, and it naturally just, your thought goes, oh, how will this animal interact with this animal? But then when you've got so many, you sit and go, oh, well, yeah, this animal will be fine with the goats, but oh my gosh, how is this going to work with the alpacas? Or, oh no, how is my dog going to react to this? Or, you know, just all of those different kind of things. And it comes so naturally. But as I say that, farm life is not easy. Farm life is a beast. Farm life can be amazing. I've learned that, oh, Ricardo, you just did that. You just said Jack in the Box. That, Ricardo, I was supposed to be making taco bowls for dinner. I'm still gonna make taco bowls and fruit salad for dinner, but that's okay. Man, I really want Jack in the Box now. But farm life is not for everybody. It's not for the faint of heart. It is very hard. You have to build up a thick skin, because working with animals is very hard, especially when you're rescuing animals. You can see the worst of the worst. Who is making noise in the background? That would be Noodle. He is on his cat wheel and running. He hasn't been on the cat wheel all day, so I don't know why he decides to do this while I'm live, but you know, he's just a great guy. Just really wants to make all the noise. But yeah, farm life is hard. It's great. It's hard. There are some days where you sit there. I'm gonna yell, Noodle, honey, come here, Noodle. 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 It sounds like he got off of it. Noodle. Come here, kitty. We'll see. I don't know why he's doing that right now. They normally do that at like midnight is when they start to get the zoomies. I guess he's got zoomies early. I'm not sure why. I'm sorry about him. I wish he would stop, but whenever my kitten hears your cat's meow, he goes crazy and meows back. That's so funny. I feel like ours are, aside from Noodle, ours are pretty quiet right now. Nobody's really, he's still on it. Noodle! He's being so aggressive with it. I can see it across the room. He's being so aggressive on the wheel that it's moving across the ground. And eventually it's gonna move into the door and he's not gonna be able to run anymore. It's current, yep, okay. It's really close to the wall. This is my life every day. And so while y'all might be like, oh, that noise, I have become so... People who take care of chickens, they're chicken tenders. Yup, I'm a chicken tender. I've become so, like, I don't even hear that noise anymore. Half of the things, like roosters, I don't hear their crows anymore. I really don't. A lot of people complain about rooster crows. I'm in this rooster group, and people always talk about like what they do to help train their roosters or whatever, and people talk about how their neighbors are always so mad, and I'm like, I don't even hear it anymore. Like, oh, he was feeding Turtle. I love Turtle. I call her Turtle Birdle. She's my little Turtle Birdle. So, oh, I know y'all weren't complaining about the noise, but I know, like, y'all hear it, but like, I don't even hear it, you know? It just doesn't faze me, or it's just a part of my, like, the daily noises that I hear. The one thing I will say that I have not gotten used to. Oh, I know you weren't complaining about it. Don't worry at all. The one noise I have not gotten used to, and it scared the poop out of me today, literally it scared me so bad, is the peacocks. The girls have started to really like Jack in the last 2 to 3 weeks. They really like him, and he will call them from across the yard, and they will talk back to him. And it is like, it's not just like a simple call. Like, they screech. They literally scream. Oh, Ricardo, I'm so sorry you lost your chickens. A lot of people are losing chickens right now to overheating. When I notice mine are getting hot, a lot of people might say this is controversial. Well, y'all won't. Y'all probably won't care. But people in, like, chicken groups, I go out there with a hose and I spray them. Or I take them and I put them in our little kiddie pool that Phoebe swims in. I put their feet in because they cool off from their feet. But we also have a fan going, so I keep mine in front of the fan. But, yeah, chickens, very, very hard to keep alive in the heat. I've lost some to heat stroke, and it's so sad. It's so sad. That's why I've let mine out. Y'all probably seen videos that my chickens are running around. I don't keep them in their runs anymore. Well, in the summer, I'm just not going to. So they can go, and if they need to go somewhere to go jump in a pool, or, because I could give them a pool in their run, but just depending on where the sun is at that time of day, it might be a hot pool, you know, so I just let them run around. They go find their spots of shade. They go dig holes. They've currently dug... Loveland, what are you doing? They've dug a massive hole under Rocky's coop, and they all lay under there. Baby girl, what are you doing? This is Loveland, if you didn't know, and that's Tulip. Loveland. Oh, Nate is so loud. Nate is one that I recognize. I can tell all the roosters' crows apart. Nate's is interesting. How about the misting fans? Okay, so here's my gripe about misting fans. I feel like they build up a lot of, I think it's lime. They build up something, and it like clogs the little ducts, and it's so hard for the fans to come out, or for the actual water to come out. It just doesn't, in my opinion, it really just doesn't mist enough, you know, for like what I would want. And I've learned that the chickens, they're not gonna stand in front of it, and the goats won't stand in front of it. Ziggy would, and the alpacas would, but we're outside so much that we honestly just spray them down. Girl, what you doing? Are you fighting? Tulip, why are you messing with her? Look, oh my gosh. The zoomies. And yep, there we go. It's zoomie time. I really want Ellie to come in and say hi to y'all. I know some of y'all already watched his video, but what is he doing? You know what? I'm gonna text him. No, because if I text him, it'll end my live. That's annoying. I wonder, can I invite him? Let's see if I could invite him to the live. Share. Let's see. Hold on. I'm gonna do this. I got it. Okay. Okay, I just sent him... I just literally sent him a text of like the live link. And so hopefully he'll see that and be like, oh, you know. Oh, okay, so the people in chicken groups can be really aggressive, Lisa. Let me tell you. It's kind of like how, you know, people will say that horse people are arrogant, kind of that stereotype. Yeah, I see his light. He's coming this way. Chicken people are just very opinionated as well. It's kind of like their way or the highway, I feel like, in some of the groups. And so I just I don't post anything, but I have seen people that have been like, what are you doing to cool your chickens off? And somebody's like, oh, I go dunk them in water. And then people will be like, no, you can't do that. That's wrong. That you're going to kill your chicken. And it's like, you were really that aggressive. It's just more of that kind of online hate stuff. It really is. People get really aggressive on the internet, and that's just kind of what it is. I'm in the groups because I don't know if a lot of people know this, but when it comes to being a chicken owner, not a lot of vets will see chickens. And so depending on where you are, you might not have a vet close to you. It might be an hour drive to a vet, and sometimes that's life or death for a chicken, an hour, you know? And so with chickens, you really have to become your own poultry vet. You have to buy the medications that you can get, and you have to administer a lot of the care yourself. Loveland, which, you know, nobody minds doing, but it's very hard when you're not like trained to be a veterinarian and to know what you're looking for, but then you have to learn as they get sick in a chicken. And chickens are hard because chickens do not show sickness, you know, like they hide their sickness and you'll never know that they're hurting, and then they just die one day is kind of been my experience. And once they get sick, they can go down really, really, really quickly. But people will also tell you that chickens are very resilient. And so I've experienced both things. I've had a chicken that I brought in the house one time that I thought was going to die. I wasn't able to give her any medicine because I didn't know what was wrong. I couldn't get her to a vet, and I thought she was going to die. Turns out she just needed a night in the house in the peace and quiet, and she's still outside running around with Hey today, so she's doing good. But then I've also had a chicken that I've just watched them succumb to sickness, you know? So Megan, why do you eat so much candy, but you're a grown woman? You do what you want, but sugar is not good for you. Because I like it. And while it may seem like I eat a lot of candy, y'all see it in videos and I do it for videos. I like it. It makes me happy. If sugar doesn't make you happy, then that's your thing. Why do some people drink alcohol? Why do some people go and run? Why Do some people play video games? You know, anything can be bad for your body. Literally, too much water can be bad for your body. So, you know, everything in moderation is fine. If I like to snack and my health levels are fine, then it doesn't matter, you know? And I just got my blood work done, and I only have one level that is out of range, and it's a hormone level, so it's not even like a big deal. So, and that's another thing. I have learned that I'm not gonna deprive myself of snacks or anything. So I snack all the time. Yeah, I am a big snacker. I really am. I like to graze more than anything else. But I like to snack on fruit. I guess Ellie's not going to come inside, so I guess we're going to get started on this then. Sorry, y'all. All right, I'm going to try to set my phone right here. I'm sorry if you don't like the angle. I don't have my little thing to prop it up. Let's see. Maybe I can do this. Hold on. Let's see. What if I do this? Sorry, my hands are going to be in the way for just a second. Let me bring this controller right here. Phoebe's outside. Okay. She's going to have to stay outside or else she's going to want this food. Okay, so the first thing we're going to try, and I have already tried these, but this might be like a blast from the past to some people. So they used to have these little cans, and they were Altoids, but they weren't the mints. They were like these little sour hard candies. And so let me show you if I can get this can open. I closed it too tight the other day, and now I've got like, my hands are slick, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to open it. I'm going to be really sad if I can't, but I don't want to break a fingernail trying to open it. Okay. And so this is what they look like. They are sour. These are the tangerines, and they just look like this. And on the sour scale, I'd rate it a 2 out of 10. Not sour at all. Just the outside is sour. And then you've got a hard candy. They are really good. I love them. I have like 3 different flavors. Every now and then when I'm going outside, I'll just grab the can and grab 1 or 2 and then go outside, and it makes me very happy. But I used to have them as a kid. Me and my mom would get them at the gas station and leave them in the car. And then we'd like grab one like you would grab a mint. Love them so much. This is the same brand. So somebody recreated them because they don't make them anymore. And it's called Sour Drops. And I think I got them on Etsy. And they're in California. They take a little while to get here. And that's the tangerine sours. This one's the wild cherry sours. I don't remember them having cherry. I remember them having tangerine and strawberry, but when I was on the website, I thought I ordered strawberry. But I guess I just saw the red picture and ordered the first red one I can see. Okay, Sandra, you asked me. I'll answer this. Can I ask you something? I never see you at the Sunday lunch. Do you ever go to the lunch? Okay. Good question. We'll answer it. It is nothing against any Morrows. I feel like some people think that I don't go to these lunches or dinners because it's something against the Morrows. It's not. A lot of times I get up early and I do stuff around the house, and then I take a midday nap from probably like 11 to 2, that kind of range. And so a lot of times I miss those lunch times. But then I also know that there's dinners, but here lately I've been doing a lot of my chores at night. So that's why I miss them sometimes. But then I also, as I've gotten older, my social anxiety has gotten worse. And this even happens at my own family's house. So let me put this out there. It's not just the Morrow family. It's even at my own family's house. I have a really hard time being in big groups. I don't necessarily think about other people watching me, but I begin to hyper focus on my mannerisms, and I like try to be perfect, even if I've known the people forever. Like, I was at my mom's yesterday. Have you tried those frozen grapes yet? If they're the ones that they have, the Sour Riot ones, no, Carmen, I haven't found them, and it makes me so angry. But I have had frozen grapes. Sorry. ADHD. You know what. You know it. But even when I was at my mom's yesterday, we had a shrimp boil, and Ellie was home. It was my family that I'm always with, you know? But I still, even then, I tense up and I get awkward, and I really am just comfortable either by myself or with very little people, you know? And it's nothing against anybody. It could literally be people I've known forever, or it can be people I don't know, and I will react the same. I sit there, I twist my fingers, I pop them, I start to zone out. I kind of even become a party pooper, so, you know, that's kind of my take on it. I'm always invited, and it's nothing against the Morrows. It really isn't. The Morrows have been so welcoming to me. You know, we're going on 4 years of me and Ellie being together. But I remember every time we do the boat races, that's a phenomenal example. And when we did the prom, my social battery I don't have a really big social battery at all. I'm very much somebody that likes to recluse and be home. And I've talked to my doctor. Actually, I went to the anxiety doctor. It's my primary, but I call him my anxiety doctor. I went and saw him on Tuesday. And, you know, we were talking about him. He's like, you know, how's your anxiety going? I was like, the generalized anxiety disorder, you know, the everyday stuff is fine, you know. I'm on a higher dose of Paxil, so the everyday stuff is very manageable. And then I have been prescribed Xanax in the past, and I have the prescription still active on my file if I want it. I just have to tell him that I need it, and we'll talk about it and get that prescription written up. But the last time I took a Xanax was like 2 years ago, I think. Maybe? I don't know. It was a while ago. I haven't taken one in a while for a panic attack, because I take them as needed. And so I don't actually have an active prescription right now. But I haven't needed to take one. And that's just because my anxiety is so manageable now. But that's the generalized anxiety. And Ellie is also kind of my coping mechanism as well. He can calm me down. He knows what to do. He kind of centers me, or he will get me out of whatever situation is not good for me. Whatever it is, he gets me out of it, or he will stop whatever we're doing. Like, if I'm having a panic attack at home, he will be like, do not worry about these chores, go lay down, go to sleep. Because he knows after a panic attack or an anxiety attack, for me personally, I have a difference between a panic attack and an anxiety attack. But that's just my own personal kind of how I view them in my head. But after a really bad attack, he'll go and he'll have me lay down. He'll say, it doesn't matter if it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. He'll be like, go lay down and go take a nap. Because that's how I restart my system. Because after a panic attack, it's exhausting. If you've never had one, it can be very, very exhausting. So, and so I was telling my doctor, I was like, you know, as for that, you know, because he's like, do you need Xanax? Do we need to have that conversation today? And I was like, no, like, honestly, everything's been great. I still have hard days, you know. I do have a lot of fatigue, and that is something that comes with antidepressants. And we've talked about if I need to be put on something that can help me stay awake a little more, but we're not there yet. But everything's good. Even my pulse and my blood pressure are better. What is not better though, and we talked about it, and he's like, how's the social stuff going? And I was like, it's gotten worse progressively. I told him though, I said, but here's the thing, it's not to the point that it's not manageable, because I was able to go to the doctor on my own. I actually was able to go to 2 doctors that day on my own, and one of them was to get blood work done, and that's a really big trigger for me, is the needles and blood work, and I was able to do that on my own. So I was really proud of myself for that, and I didn't panic at all. Slightly anxious just going to the doctor, but nothing like out of the ordinary. And I was like, yeah, I'm here doing this alone today. Like, and let me tell you, like, my doctor, he also sees Ellie, so he knows, and he knows we're engaged. And Ellie saw him like a few weeks before I went in the other day, and so I was like Ellie's not here today, you know? So, and he's like, that's really good, you know? I was like, but like the other day I was in Walmart and there were too many people, and there were people that were blocking aisles, and it messed up because I have to mentally prep to go into the grocery store. I go, we're gonna go up these aisles first, and then we will do the cold stuff first, and then we will do the warm stuff, and then we will go to the dog section, the cat section, then we'll go to the electric, you know, do all that, and then we will check out at the self-checkout, because I like to bag my stuff so I know where everything is. And it's wild, but it's the only way I can get through the grocery store without having a panic attack. And I know that doesn't sound manageable, but it is. And Ellie goes with me as well, and that's how we manage that. It has been an it's been, you know, we both had to kind of adapt to that, and it does kind of sometimes put a rut in our day where we have to go, okay, well, we both have to, now we have to stop what we're doing to go to the grocery store, but we just plan it at a time when we both can go, and it works. And I told my doctor that, and he's like, that's okay, but I don't want to be rude in saying this, but what would happen if Ellie wasn't in your life for some reason? He goes, I know that y'all are very committed to each other and that would never happen, but I just want to be able to gauge kind of where it's at, that if Ellie wasn't there, would you be able to do things on your own? And I was like, no, at that point, if Ellie was not in my life, we would have to somehow change my meds or up my meds. We would have to do something else. But I have found the ways to manage it, because I don't want to go up. I don't want to switch medicines if I don't have to. I'm actually scared to switch medications to get off and get on another one. So I don't want to do that. But it was a very healthy conversation, where we were both like, he says, it sounds like you've got it under control. I've actually taken the little anxiety test. I took it once when I first got diagnosed in 2019, and I was like rated severe. And I took it again, I think in January, and I was rated, with being on, you know, my dosage, I was rated low to moderate, so anxiety. So that was really good, and he was really proud of that improvement over 4 years. So that was really good. I also really loved, Rochelle, I loved being able to go to the grocery store in the middle of the night. I was that kind of person, because there wasn't a lot of people, and that is something that really is thrown a wrench in, but you have to learn and adapt. But yeah, it was definitely a really healthy conversation. I'm really blessed that my doctor does let me sit there and talk about it for an extended period of time, because technically I'm only there to just get refills on my medication to, you know, make sure that I'm not declining or anything, or the meds aren't working, make sure I'm being consistent. And so really it's quick appointments. Sometimes I've only been there for like 5 to 10 minutes, but this time we really sat down and we talked about it. We talked about some other stuff, nothing bad, just some other non-anxiety issues I've been having, but nothing to worry about. And I've just found a really great doctor, and I'm really blessed. And it was a really good appointment. And so that's kind of my struggle right now is the social stuff, and I try to set myself up for success, you know. It may not seem great that I'm not at some of the family functions, but if any of the Morrows see us on the Argo or something, we always stop and we talk for a while. It's just when everybody's together, I clam up and I don't feel... It's not that I don't feel like I can be myself, because nobody makes me feel that way, but the little voice inside my head starts to freak me out, and then I clam up, and yeah, that's been my experience. So, but don't think that it was just as easy as getting put on meds and, you know, talking with my doctor. I had to fight to get here. I had to work my butt off. I had to accept that I had a problem and I needed to fix it somehow, whether it's medication or coping skills. I got past the point of coping skills and all of that, so I chose medicine, and it has been wonderful for me. I've had to find my right dosage. I have had days where I have really bad days, and you know, I had a season 2 years ago while I was student teaching. After I was done student teaching, me and Ellie sat down and I was like, I have another doctor's appointment. Coming up, and he's like, well, maybe you should see about going up on your meds. If you take Paxil daily, it keeps your anxiety at an even level. It's an all-day coverage. Yeah, I take Paxil daily. I have noticed once I get to... I have missed pills before. I have. And let me tell you, if you miss a pill, you are going to suffer. It does stay in your system all day, but I've been trying to get off anxiety medication that I've been on nearly for 20 years. I've tapered down, but man, it's kicking my butt. I think, Susan, it's a you have to talk with your doctor thing. You know, this is gonna sound terrible, and this is not my current doctor, but I have talked to my current doctor about this. This is my first doctor that diagnosed me. He said, you will be on antidepressants for the rest of your life, or you will need some kind of something to do this, because this anxiety is not something, it's genetic. It's always going to be here. That's fine. I have no problem being on antidepressants the rest of my life. If the medication works, it works. I will do anything. I will say I'm scared to taper down, because I know how bad my anxiety was. I know. Y'all see me as this very happy, smiley, talkative person, but before my medicine, people who knew me before, people that knew me in high school, have been shocked to see how I am now. Ooh, bugs were caught on Paxil. Yeah, and that's the thing about medicine that a lot of people don't realize is I was very lucky that the first medication they put me on was Paxil, and it worked. But not all medications work for people, and sometimes medication is not something that will solve your problem. Sometimes you need like an alternative coping mechanism or therapy. So, and an anxiety journey, I think some people have to realize too, is that not every day is smooth sailing. You know, not every day of mine is wondering if you need meds so badly, how will you be able to go off them to have a baby? Most antidepressants you don't actually have to get off of to have a baby. I do believe the ones I'm on, I do not have to get off of. Mine is an SSRI. So I don't know. And if I do, that'll be something... Ellie is my meds, yeah. If I do have to get off of meds to have a baby, I will do it. It will be hard, but I will do it to have a baby, you know? That's actually a really good question. That's something that I've thought about a lot, because some of them you do, and I will have to be on something though, you know? I don't know if they have to change the meds, but I will have to be on something, because the way that I've understood it is it would be more dangerous for the baby if I wasn't in a good mental space. So I don't know. I have thought about that, and it is something on my radar because I do take my medicine very seriously. You know, I'm so grateful that the medicine was available for me. There are SSRIs you can take while pregnant, so I might just have to switch. And that's okay. If I do, I'll have to taper down. I might just have a couple weeks of being in a really rough place. And if I do taper down, like I said, I'm on a higher dosage, so I'll have to taper down doses for a couple weeks. And I don't exactly want to do it, but... Oh, this is a good question. Have you tried CBD gummies? I take it when needed and they work. Okay, so we're gonna get a little personal here. I'm not gonna tell you full details because this is a really personal thing. Somebody just asked me if I've ever tried, we're talking about anxiety. Somebody just asked me if I've ever tried CBD gummies.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, so if y'all don't know, CBD is 100% legal. You can buy it at the stores, whatever. Okay, so I have got some other stuff, like I said, with my doctor going on that we've been talking about, and I'm not going to share that, but it's okay. I'm going to share a little bit of it, but not a lot. And so he actually recommended CBD for my other problem, but it has nothing to do with anxiety. It's just something we're trying. And so I go to the store and I buy topical CBD, and I bought those. They're these little watermelon edible CBD gummies, okay? And I've had CBD gummies before. Not pain. Don't worry about it. I'm okay. It's just, it's not pain. So I came home the other day and I told Ellie, I was like, I'm going to take one of these CBD gummies, you know? And that was the day I went to the doctor. I was like, I'm going to take it. Mind you, 100% legal. Because I found some people don't know that. I don't think you knew that CBD was legal when we met, did you?
I don't think so, no. It's just, I don't know.
I don't know. Some people hear it and they hear the acronyms and they don't know that that actually is legal, because if you mix CBD with another strain of plant something, you get something that is not legal. So people don't necessarily know that, but just CBD in itself is legal and is great. And doctors recommend it everywhere. My doctor recommended it. So I take this gummy and I was fully awake. I was ready to go outside. I was gonna do so much outside. I was so ready. I take this gummy. I don't know how many milligrams it was. It is like 1,000 milligrams per package. And I take it, and Ellie's like, hey, I think I kind of want to take a nap. And I was like, yeah, you know, I'll go lay down with you, but I'm not going to nap or anything. I'm just going to sit on my phone. Okay, next thing I know, I'm waking up and my cheek is crusty because I fell asleep and I drooled so much and slept for so long because of the CBD gummy. My cheek was like crusty, and I wake up and I'm like, what is this? And I was like, oh my gosh, that's drool. Like, it works, you know?
Oh, you have my controller. Using it as a stand.
Do you want it?
Yes. Here's a Pepsi bar.
Because that's gonna work.
Yeah.
Yeah, so CBD, it works. So I'll put it that way. I don't even think you remember. You were so tired that day too that he had fell asleep. And
Hello, guys. I'm exhausted right now.
what were you doing out there?
I was using our new master locks for the gates.
How did that take that long though?
Because they're not long enough, so I had to kind of rig it together a little bit.
Okay.
They don't sell like
Okay.
industrial size 5-foot locks. They're only like 2 inches long.
Why
so
don't Amazon, my love?
I looked on Amazon. They don't have that kind of stuff either.
Okay, he's done all the steps because he knows I'm gonna ask. Okay, so we're gonna move on to our next one. We were just talking about anxiety, and I was telling people about how I had a really good doctor's appointment the other day.
Yeah.
Because somebody had asked why I'm not necessarily always at the Morrow lunches and stuff, and we were kind of talking about the social anxiety and like how much would you agree that it's gotten much worse since you met me?
I mean, I don't.
We used to
I
go,
don't- it's hard
Lovey,
to-
we used to go to the park. And we used to talk to people in the park.
It's hard to tell because I feel like, I guess this is the way it is with anybody with anxiety, but I feel like you've always had it, but like if you tell yourself that you have to do it, then you can like convince yourself to do almost anything.
Yeah.
I feel like,
That's for
like
sure.
touching receipts and stuff like that is that's something.
I hate that, and that's not even
That's
an anxiety
It's
thing.
like a sensory thing, but it's probably but it's like a sensory thing that you don't like to do. But there's been times where I've seen you like if I'm distracted or whatever, and someone hands you a receipt, the cashier or whatever, you'll take it like effortlessly. Not effortlessly, but
No,
you'll
it's
take
not
it.
effort-
You'll take it in an instant, and I'm thinking like, how did you do that? She makes it seem like unbearable, and you're like, yeah, it sucks, but I guess social humiliation is worse than
Yeah.
than,
Yeah,
than the
the
sensory
social-
issue. So it's
The
like a lesson.
social humiliation
if
for
you
me
can
was
convince-
worse.
If you can convince yourself some way that's necessary,
Yeah.
then you can muster up the courage to do it. But at the same time, though, you don't want to have to live your whole life making sacrifices. Live your whole life trying to endure and bear through this, bear through that, because that'd be exhausting. You probably did it at the beginning of our relationship, so I didn't think you were weird or whatever, but I wouldn't have cared anyways. But no, you probably would, with a new person, you'd been on your A game and stuff like that, not letting me
I
know
will-
all
okay.
the deepest, darkest secrets about you. Anybody would.
It's not even that. I do feel like though that and here's kind of how I've understood with my anxiety how it works. You take care of one problem, the other one comes to light. So my doctor and I got my anxiety managed with the antidepressants. We finally got me on the level that works. And so now it's like the social anxieties come out to play. So it's okay. I would rather deal with social anxiety than my regular everyday anxiety because that one was like panic attacks every day. So we're trying the wild cherry sours. They do not smell good, but neither do the tangerine ones. They've got the sour coating on them. Let's try it. Whoa. Okay, hold on. Woo! Okay. So now the sour coating is gone. I'd rate that a 5 out of 10 because the initial sour taste is like a 7 out of 10, honestly. But because the sour goes away pretty quickly, I'd only put it at a 5. And then you just get this really good cherry taste. So amazing. Tulip. That's really good. You would like it, but you wouldn't like the sour part. That's really good. Woo! That was good. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like cherry candies kind of taste like cough drops. So there's that, but I don't know. Okay, our next candy. If you have ever been interested in like fun candy, there is a brand called Amos, and it's the world's candy innovator, and they really are. This is called the Peelers candy. They have quite a few different flavors, but out of the flavors that they have, my favorite is orange. They have like a peach, I think, right now. I don't know. I hope they come out with more flavors. So if you look, you're actually supposed to peel it. So you can eat the outside, but the idea is that you peel the outside of this, and then you have the inside. And I've tried it, and it's good. So it is a little bit messy. If you're not a messy candy eater, this probably isn't going to be for you. Like, it does definitely make your hands kind of nasty. Even if you refrigerate it, it still does. Like, I mean, it's nasty. I'm not even going to lie. So that's the outside. And it's good gummy. It's really, like, soft gummy. Tulip, you cannot have this. And then this is the inside gummy. And that's where you get your orange flavor. So good. Have you tried Warhead's Extreme Sour? Yes, I have. I've also tried Toxic Waste, and I'm not gonna lie, Toxic Waste was a little hard. So, ma'am, go somewhere else. So yeah, those are really good. I actually prefer not to peel them. I prefer to just eat them whole. And then the little inside, the smaller gummy, it like pops. So satisfying. These ones, I did not get on Etsy. I think you can get these at CVS, Walgreens. I've seen this brand at Target. I got these off of Amazon though. You can also get them on TikTok Shop. So, do you like kumquats? I don't like kumquats, but I like loquats. Loquats are good. These are good. They don't have a lot in here though, so I could eat a whole bag. Okay. Now, here's the moment we've all been waiting for. And those aren't sour at all. This is Blue Raspberry Sour Gushers. They make them themselves. This isn't like made by Gushers. It's from, it's Extreme Sour Blue Raspberry Blasts. This is from Mama V's on TikTok Shop. If you've never done TikTok Shop, let me be the one to tell you that they sometimes take a while to come in, but it's really easy to shop on it. It's kind of honestly like Temu. It's really easy. And this is viral. I've heard from people, they say that this is the candy that is supposed to break sour loving people. And I have only had one other candy that has broke me per se, and it didn't even break me, but the flavor just wasn't good. So I didn't want to finish it. But I love Gushers. I love the blue raspberry flavor. And you can just see on here, like, all that sour stuff. And this is like an original thing that she made. So let me smell it. It smells wonderful. There's so much sour on this. This looks like something that you could only eat like 1 or 2 a day. Okay, I guess we just got to do it, huh? Oh my gosh, there's so much. Hi, Tulip. Okay, here's what it looks like.
Yes, have they been introduced to tulips yet?
Mm-hmm. Wow! Oh my gosh! Wow. Oh my gosh. That's like biting into a lemon. Wow. Okay, and that's just right off the top, and so I'm looking at like some of these at the bottom.
Tulip, stop being...
Tulip, don't do that, honey. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at some of these at the bottom that have like the sour stuff that she makes coated in it. Oh my gosh. Okay, how do we even begin to explain what that tastes like? That is amazing. First of all, the Gushers, amazing. Out of what I would rate it sour, that's a 10 out of 10. Will it break me? No. It's not enough to break me. Y'all saw I went and popped the second one in my mouth really quickly. So, not enough to break me. I do wonder what one from the bottom might taste like. So, I might have to update y'all on that. I do not think I could eat more than 3 of them, though. Excuse me. See, it's just kind of, it's a lot. You do kind of get that, like, burn on your tongue almost from how sour it is. But I don't feel like I'm struggling or anything. Like, even now, like, all the sour is pretty much gone. I do feel like if I drank my Pepsi right now, it would taste weird. Or if I ate anything else, it would taste weird. But I give that, the sour rating, I give it a 10 out of 10. How it tastes, though, I'd also give it a 10 out of 10. It tastes really good. It's really sour and it's really good. That's like the sour thing of my dreams. That is amazing. But that's a lot of sour stuff. I don't know how the bottom would taste. The bottom might taste a little too sour. I don't know. Somebody asked, who asked? Was it Ricardo? Yeah, Ricardo said, does Ellie love sour candy? Do you love sour candy?
No.
What's your favorite candy?
Probably Skittles or Smarties, I guess.
And that's even rare if he's even going to eat that.
I don't eat that much or anything like that.
There's one thing he does go to town on, though. It's milk. And
Not candy. But...
no, it's not candy, but of like, if there's anything...
Sorry.
Oh, no, that ain't going to work. If there's anything that he does go to town on, it's milk. And specifically strawberry milk. Really bad about, like, drinking a whole pint of milk really quickly. I'm trying to think. What else will you... Oh, you're really bad about sour cream and onion chips. I feel like you could sit and eat half a bag.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you don't even really do that often at all. Like, there's so many times we'll be in the store and I'm like, hey, you're out of chips. Do you want some? He's like, no, I'm good. And I'm over here
I know
like...
how fast I'll eat them, so I have to be remotely healthy by not getting them every single time.
So he's really good about control. Oh, he's horrible about ice cream, too. Thank you for reminding me, Ricardo. Do you want to know what he does with his ice cream? This is his red flag, okay? So alarming to me. He will go get a pint of Bluebell, okay? It'll be rare if he even really eats any with a spoon. He really doesn't. So what he does is he takes it out of the freezer. He might take 1 or 2 bites of it, but then he just lets it sit out and then lets it melt, and then he drinks it like a milkshake. Hot ice cream. Like, who does that? But he just gets like vanilla or strawberry, so I could understand how that probably tastes good. But like, my favorite Bluebell is Bride's Cake, and that has chunks of cake in it, so I cannot even begin to imagine how that would taste. But that's how he goes. Do you like any chocolate candy?
I don't like chocolate.
You don't like chocolate, but I thought there might be something that you like. I'm trying to think. You really don't, you're not adventurous with your food, which is, it's kind of sad. I think, what is the most adventurous I've gotten you to eat with your food that you actually like?
That's the tricky part is what I like, because I've tried a lot of things for you, and I've even liked them okay, but nothing to where it becomes a regular part of my appetite or my diet.
What's the best thing I've made you eat that you've actually ended up liking? That's hard.
I don't know.
Because you don't normally. Oh, he likes
That's
my.
'cause I don't like it very much.
He's my coffees. You could drink, yeah.
Oh yeah, your coffees.
My coffees. I think. So my Starbucks coffees, he could drink my Starbucks coffees. Espresso's a little bitter for him. But if somebody makes it right, and if it has oat milk in it, he doesn't like it as much. He doesn't know when it has oat milk in it and when it doesn't. But if I do regular whole milk, he really likes my coffees. But if I sub it with oat milk, you can taste the espresso a little more. So he's not the biggest fan of that. But then again, he also will go into the little refrigerator section of the stores and get the little Starbucks fraps that they sell at the store, and he'll drink those too. And he gets the coffee one and the mocha one, and even those are a little bit bitter. So I don't know how the espresso is. That's another one of his red flags, is he drinks those in like 2 sips. Those are like something you are supposed to sip on. And you don't. Did you know you're actually supposed to freeze them?
No, I didn't. But they taste. You've had me do it before. Or yeah, I did because you told me, but I tried it and it didn't taste good.
I don't think it would taste as good, but you are supposed to freeze them. I learned that on TikTok. I don't know. Ooh, Kit Kat bars. He doesn't like Kit Kat bars. My favorite Kit Kat bar is a matcha Kit Kat. They're from Japan and they are really good. I feel like I've had you try. What have I made you try? I make you try a lot of the food I get from restaurants. Oh, I know what it is. We went to Saltgrass and I made you try their beer bread. And he was scared at first because he didn't understand how it works, that you cook out the beer out of the bread. And he didn't understand, and it just leaves the flavor behind. It's like, what beer did they say it was? It's not Jack Daniels. I don't know what it was, but he was scared of that. And now every time we go to Saltgrass, he eats the heck out of that bread.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know
I do.
you love
I
it.
do like
you
it.
know that was
I do.
that was a win. I got him to try Culver's. And you love Culver's now.
Yes, I do.
What else have I
But
got?
those are all basic things. So those aren't things that you had to work hard to get me to try, because I knew, I can tell in general those things is stuff that sounds like something I could like. It's the exotic things like the chocolate this or the coconut this or whatever that like I don't have.
He doesn't do exotic stuff. Like, and he says exotic stuff, but like it's really not even exotic. That's orange.
Well,
Noodle was on it earlier and he was on it for...
I hope they heard that. I'm sure they can. I'm sure they heard it.
It's like he's in pain. Oh,
I thought it would stop when he got fixed.
I did too.
Well,
I locked it the other night. Did you unlock it or did they do it?
They did. I don't know how to lock or unlock it.
Bad cats.
Look at Phoebe. She's so...
Phoebe is disgusting right now because she rolled around in the dirt and she is exhausted. Wild. All right, y'all, but I have got to start cooking dinner soon or we'll be up forever. I'm only going to cook, I think I'm cooking taco bowls. I think that's what I'm going to cook.
That sounds good. I love that.
You do love taco bowls. See, he's really happy now because it's one of his favorite dinners.
Oh, yeah, I love that one.
You know what? I love making that dinner too because it only takes me 30 minutes to get it started, finished, and cleaned up from it.
Why don't we just do that dinner every night?
Okay.
Every single night.
I could not eat that for dinner every night. Oh, Teresa, I didn't know that you liked Noodle. Not Noodle being your favorite. Where is Noodle? Have you seen him?
No, he's probably asleep somewhere.
Noodle sleeps most of the day,
All the cats sleep so much.
but Noodle sleeps the most. He was on the cat thing earlier. I don't know where he went. He was chasing someone around too.
You know, he sleeps a lot.
I do.
Mr. Pigglesworth. He's asleep
Mr.
right now.
Piggles sleeps a lot.
He's on the porch right now sleeping.
He didn't get down.
No, he ate most of the cat food and then went to sleep. So
Of course he did. There's just some things you cannot stop animals from doing. And Piggles, it's cat food and dog food.
I gave him his pig food.
Pigs are really-
he don't like because they gave me the pig food that they had from Alabama. That's what I've been feeding him, but he hadn't even eaten very much of it. He don't like it.
No, because he wants whatever else he can get, and he knows that you're a pushover and you'll give it to him.
I mean, I tried to put it up on the steps so that he couldn't get up there, but now he knows how to get up and get down.
You're
so.
about to have a cat fight right next to you. It's Stormy, and Tulip is right there, and Stormy's upset. Oh, Stormy!
Kitties,
She's gone.
don't scratch your dad.
So sad. Yeah, no. But y'all, we love and appreciate y'all so much. Thanks for watching this interesting little candy live. I really enjoy them. They're really fun. But I'm going to go cook dinner and
It's bedtime.
you took a nap too.
I know.
Oh, Ricardo, get a Ninja Creamy. Marianne, a Ninja Creamy makes the best ice cream. It really does. But yeah, y'all, thanks for being kind. As always, I appreciate it. I will have a video go up tomorrow talking about just a lot of different things. And I'll catch y'all next time with another one. Bye, friends.
You got a new subscriber.
Yeah, she came from your video. She asked what my
Nice.
channel name was. So
Well, welcome aboard,
welcome,
Lisa.
Lisa. Bye, friends.